having a whole lot of paper. That's all it is. Having a whole lot of paper.
You mean a whole lot of cheese between?
A whole lot of paper, a whole lot of haters, man.
Back when Saweetie and Quavo were a thing, they seemed like the happiest couple out there. But did Saweetie just reveal the truth behind the couple's relationship? Was Chris Brown really the reason behind the breakup? While the world was busy with the Drake and Kendrick drama, Chris Brown just reminded everyone who the real king of messy drama is. His beef with Quavo just reached a whole new dimension. In a shocking diss track, Chris turned all the guns towards Quavo and annihilated him completely by bringing up his ex-girlfriend, Saweetie. Apparently, Chris and his enemy's girlfriend were getting hot and cozy while Quavo beefed with Chris, completely unaware. Now that chapter of his life is over, and Quavo and Saweetie have both moved on with their lives, Chris has decided to dig up some old skeletons and hit Quavo exactly where it hurts. Chris claims Saweetie and he were sleeping together while she was still in a relationship with Quavo. This has obviously set Saweetie in a bit of panic and a whole lot of rage. Saweetie is furious, to say the least, and she's letting Chris Brown know his diss track was not appreciated. But is it really true what Chris is accusing her of? Or was it just a ploy to hurt Quavo?
Who is my celebrity crush?
Me.
Yeah, my celebrity crush.
It's been like that before she met me. She was like super fan.
My path has been a difficult one, but at the same time, I love it.
We do this music. We the greatest group that ever touched the mic. R.I.P. my brother Tate. We did it for my brother Tate. Me and Quay stood tall, brother to brother.
To find out the truth about the Saweetie situation, we need to take a look at the vast history between the two rappers. Let's get into it. The continuing feud between Chris Brown and Quavo is a long-lasting drama in the Hollywood industry. Many have questioned why the two even got into a feud as they went from exchanging insults on social media to fighting in public. Although celebrity disputes are nothing new, this one seems to be coming up again and again. Years have passed since the original incident, but it appears that the Chris Brown-Quavo feud is still going strong. We've started to wonder if it's just that the two men can't seem to get enough of each other and want to keep this dispute going for as long as possible. Now, after a really long time, things had finally started to look up. But just when you thought things had started to become normal between the two, Chris came back with a blast and revealed that the person Quavo loved the most at one point was cheating on him with none other than Chris himself.
Freak bitch, she like Casamigos, not the Migos. I don't fuck with bougie bitches, man, that shit is all hype.
Chris then takes it a step further by name-dropping the Migos as a group, likely alluding to the smoke that he had with Offset shortly before.
She just want a couple Birkins and some CC belts. I'm just trying to set her up so she don't need no help.
If you're not getting you a Birkin, if you're not paying for your bills, then throw that to the streets, okay?
The Bay Area artist was name-dropped in Breezy's latest diss track to Quavo titled Weakest Link, and then directly mentioned in the Migos members' Overho *S and B **Hes response. Quavo was not pleased at all with this low blow and claimed Chris was simply hating on him.
Everyone wants to know what happened at the BET Awards, the big commotion backstage, you and Chris Brown.
Having a whole lot of paper. That's all it is. Having a whole lot of paper.
You mean a whole lot of cheese between?
A whole lot of paper, a whole lot of haters, man.
Bitch wrong and now the bitch gone. She post with a thug. Caught a bitch phone, she won't come home. Don't beat her up.
Over Hoes and Bitches was Quavo's response to Brown's diss track, Weakest Link, in which he claims he hooked up with Saweetie while she was still with Quavo. Quavo came out with his guns blazing as he called out Chris for hurting women right, left, and center. Weakest Link also mentions Quavo briefly dating Brown's ex, Karrueche Tran, the years-old genesis of their beef, and Quavo assaulting Saweetie in an elevator. On top of that, things had ended terribly between Quavo and Saweetie after the two were caught in a very, very terrifying altercation in an elevator. If this wasn't enough, Chris even mentioned the late rapper Takeoff, the nephew and Migos fellow of Quavo, who passed away on November 1st, 2022. The rapper was killed in a shooting in Houston, Texas, outside a private party at a bowling alley. Brown says everyone wishes Quavo had died instead of Takeoff, something Quavo responds to on Over Hoes and Bitches. R.I.P. Takeoff, he the only real one that got true respect. Crazy how when he died, everybody really wished it was you instead. Oh shit, brah. This enraged Quavo as well, who warned Chris not to bring up Takeoff ever again. At first, Saweetie seemed unbothered by the two men coming at each other, even if some of the stray shots hit her. In fact, she even acknowledged Chris Brown's diss track without getting mad about it. She posted a picture on X of social media personality Tim Bay smirking while holding a blunt. Clearly, she was enjoying herself in the middle of the drama at first. She wrote a caption with the meme explaining that it was her while she listened to the new rap verses. She wasn't impressed by them and stated she could write them better. "Let me rewrite these Nani verses." This wasn't the first time the two rappers have used their lyrical prowess to bring each other down. On Breezy's Freak, featuring Lil Wayne, Joyner Lucas, and T Grizzly, Chris decided that Quavo was going to be the recipient of his fire verses. Chris shot at Quavo and rhymed, "Okay, now F asterisk asterisk kin, my old B asterisk 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 is ain't gonna make us equal sippin' that 1942, cause I don't do no Quavo," Chris rhymes. "Freak B asterisk 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 H, she like Casamigos, not the Migos." This was enough to warrant a reaction from Quavo. After all, not responding to a diss track as clear as this is simply an admission of guilt. Quavo had no option but to clap back at Chris, which he did in his song, Tender. "You did the B asterisk 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 H wrong, and now the B asterisk 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 H gone," she posted with a thug. Quavo rhymes on the chorus. "Call the B asterisk 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 H phone, she won't come home, don't beat her up. It must be the drugs, need to cross out your plug, yeah. What's interesting about this beef is that the two men are exactly alike in their behaviors. So when Chris Brown calls out Quavo for fighting with Saweetie in an elevator, you can't help but laugh out loud at the hypocrisy. "Stop talking about beating girls, you was beating bitches on the elevator. We seen the tapes, that's devastating. Brr, bow, bow." Chris Brown, who is no stranger to making headlines related to assault allegations, called out Quavo, whose clip of an elevator fight with his ex-girlfriend, rapper Saweetie, is going viral. Back in 2021, the ex-couple's altercation was caught on a CCTV inside an elevator. Quavo was quick to explain the situation after the video started making rounds on the internet, and everyone was rightfully upset about the use of violence in their relationship. Quavo stated, "We had an unfortunate situation almost a year ago that we both learned and moved on from. I haven't physically abused Saweetie and have real gratitude for what we did share overall." Chris Brown himself has a long and public history of violence toward women, with the most famous case coming with his 2009 arrest for assaulting ex-girlfriend Rihanna, for which he later pled guilty and avoided jail time. Despite Quavo's best attempts to make the situation appear calm and under control, the truth about their relationship finally came to light. As the Saweetie admitted her relationship with Quavo wasn't always sunshine and rainbows. In fact, it had been pretty bad at times, and this altercation was just the final nail in the coffin. It made her realize this isn't what she wanted in a partner. Explaining the reason behind the breakup, Saweetie explained, "I'm single. I've endured too much betrayal and hurt behind the scenes for a false narrative to be circulating that degrades my character. Presents don't band-aid scars, and the love isn't real when the intimacy is given to other women." She also said that the breakup was long pending, as she had long moved on from the relationship in her head. "I emotionally checked out a long time ago and have walked away with a deep sense of peace and freedom, excited for this new chapter of elevation." At the time, people jumped to defend Saweetie and were angry at Quavo for being unfaithful to his girlfriend. But the recent revelations by Chris paint Saweetie in a different light. Could it be that she herself was just as unfaithful in the relationship? Only a confirmation by Quavo can clear this confusion. Despite how things ended between the two, they still had some good times together and clearly loved each other at one point. Now, Chris wants to ruin this memory for Quavo, and Saweetie doesn't appreciate being dragged into this mess with either of them. After Chris alleged that he and Saweetie had slept together while Quavo was still dating her, Quavo tried to play it cool and said, "I can take a Model B asterisk teach and make a Saweetie." But Saweetie refused to be degraded as the two men came for each other and dragged her along the way. She responded on her Instagram and she seemed rather upset about the whole ordeal. "Hopefully the model he turns into me replies, after Say posted a screenshot of his chat telling her she meant a lot to him. Saweetie now seems indifferent to Quavo, but the two used to be in love with each other. In fact, Saweetie even thought Quavo was her soulmate at one point, who she was supposed to spend the rest of her life with. I thought we was gonna spend the rest of our lives together. With him, I just knew it was the one. It was different. The two released music together too, where it was clear they were in love. The two rappers weren't always such enemies of each other. In fact, at one point, they even seemed like friends before the tensions arose between the two. The two rappers have collaborated on several tracks, including Brown's Whippin' and Migos' Just for Tonight. Chris even invited him on tour.
Crazy experience, and once again, it was a blessing. Shout out to Chris Brown, their whole team.
At one point, they were even drifting together and having fun. In a March 2017 interview with Billboard just before the beef began, Brown praised all the Migos as real friends and brothers before vowing to never hate on them, although the latter comment certainly didn't age well. I just want to shout out y'all my real friends and brothers. I bought your album 3 times. I spent my own money and I'm proud of you and asterisk as. I will never hate on you and asterisk as. Things were no different in interviews, where the two had nothing but good things to say about each other. However, things started going south in 2017 when the two got involved in a messy conflict. Their entwined personal lives are the source of the dispute between Quavo and Chris Brown, particularly the two artists who have had a romantic past with Karrueche Tran. Chris Brown was pretty possessive of Karrueche, and he would pick fights with anyone who as much as breathed in his direction.
I like me because I like this girl picture.
And on the same day I like Karrueche's pics, I like J-Lo pics, I like Rihanna pics.
Told him, I said, look, you have a problem with me because I took a picture with her? Meet me somewhere in the desert.
Chris Brown and Karrueche had dated in the early 2010s and shared an on-again, off-again romance. That was until Karrueche hit Brown with a restraining order in May 2017. Many have speculated the fresh relationship between Tran and Quavo may have spawned the restraining order to allow them to date without issue. Since then, Brown and Quavo have seemingly never been on good terms, with the beef reigniting lately when the two fired shots at each other on recent tracks.
And her have a real connection.
I'm single too. Fuck that.
However, just a month earlier, Karrueche had sparked dating rumors with Migos member Quavo. She and the Migos star were spotted leaving Migos' Mississippi concert together. This was the start of a very ugly beef between Chris Brown and Quavo. TMZ claims that Brown thought his pal had betrayed him and felt deceived. Additionally, it was rumored that Brown thought Karrueche and Quavo had plotted the restraining order against him in order to make him appear foolish.
To get a 5-year restraining order against Chris Brown.
And look, women can make us do crazy ass shit when we're in love, no doubt. But in this case, I do believe that the restraining order was probably warranted.
Their public feud quickly created the conditions for a more heated and public fight. When Chris Brown and Quavo were in the same location in June, things took a turn for the worst.
TMZ has obtained new footage of the celebs' camp scuffling at the BET Awards after party.
There were rumors circulating that the crews of Migos and Brown got into a fight in the parking garage. Everyone ultimately left the site without any injuries, thus the entire affair came to an uneventful close.
When you finagle your way into the Migos fight, they was fighting somebody, security, let me stay back so I don't get beat up and kicked out.
Chris Brown made use of a basketball game to rekindle the dispute years after it first started. Brown challenged Quavo and Jack Harlow to a 2-on-2 basketball game through his Instagram story. This came after the latter team emerged victorious in the NBA All-Star Weekend's Bleacher Report Open Run competition. Brown criticized the two rappers on social media, saying, "They knew who not to ask for that 2-on-2 basketball. I would have cooked Quavo and Jack on my soul. I guess they wanted a smoke-free zone." When the excitement had subsided, the two artists were seated next to one another at the Rude Menswear Fall/Winter 2024-2025 exhibition. People thought the two agreed on a ceasefire when witness footage showed them subtly avoiding one another. Brown stated that their relationship remained poor.
Scared, Quavo.
Who's scared?
Quavo, bring your out of here again. I said it twice.
Second time.
Second time.
In a video a fan posted of the two, Brown reiterated, "Can't pick who you sit by. Fuck all that growth shit. N******, a not finna fumble my bag for little N******, as." While the men are still picking fights with each and releasing song upon song calling each other out for the stupid stuff they have done, Saweetie wants to be left out of this narrative. Hopefully, after Saweetie calls them out for dragging her into her, the two rappers will leave her alone and resolve their fight like mature adults. But will they really do that after all these years of beefing with each other like teenagers? Only time will tell. That's all for today. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.